Don't be amazed.
Discover some of nature's rare white animals. Learn the distinction between albino and animals with leucism. The animals on this list are either naturally white or are snow white due to their uncommon genes. One. White peacock. It seems unlikely that a peacock would appear on a list of creatures with winter hues, but here it is. When a white peacock spreads its fan of white feathers, it appears to be from a fantasy narrative. But these are genuine birds. The white peacock is not an albino animal. They, like the other species on this list, have leucism. These birds, like peacocks, have dark eyes and classic blue, green, and black feathers. White peacocks can only be found in confinement, such as on farms or in zoos. These birds flaunt their immaculate white feathers and strut around like other more colorful peacocks. In fact, its feather fan, sometimes known as a train, can be 4 to 5 feet long. Some individuals believe that white peacocks represent unconditional love. 2. Albino frog. Are there any frogs that qualify as snow white animals? Yes, frogs with albino skin. An albino frog is not a subspecies of frog. It has a recessive gene, albinism. They have white skin that glows and red eyes. Albino frogs, despite their appearance, do not have any unique health risks due to their lack of pigment. Albino frogs are attractive pets because they are visually distinct from other frogs. This is a good thing because an albino frog in the wild would be vulnerable to predation because to its high visibility. These frogs' bodies have a pink tint to them at times. This is due to the fact that their blood veins can be seen through their papery skin. Owners of these frogs must keep an eye on the amount of light in the tank to ensure the frog does not get too much. 3. White koala bear. They are extremely unusual both in captivity and in the wild. A recessive gene allows a white koala bear to have a white coat. Because these koalas have dark eyes, they are not classified as albino koala bears. White koala bears do not have any health difficulties like gray or brown koala bears do. However, a white koala bear that lives in the wild is more vulnerable to predators than one that can fit in. A white koala bear, Joey, was born at the Australia Zoo in Queensland. 4. White squirrel. Though white squirrels are the most difficult to spot, they can still be found if you keep your eyes peeled. Squirrels are not born white. A defective gene in the eastern gray squirrel is responsible for the lack of color. A white-furred squirrel has leucism, which lowers all types of skin pigmentation, including melanin. Because of this, white squirrels are not considered albino animals. They have dark eyes and fur with gray or black patterns. In reality, a gray stripe runs down the back of several of these white creatures. This is known as a dorsal stripe. White squirrels have no unique health concerns. They inhabit the same habitats, exhibit the same habits, and consume the same foods as other squirrels. Unfortunately, because of their hue, they are quite visible to predators. 5. Arctic fox. The only animal on this list with naturally white fur is the Arctic fox. Arctic foxes have different colors in the winter and summer. An Arctic fox's winter coat is completely white. In the spring and summer, though, its coat turns a brownish gray. The Arctic fox's coat functions as camouflage in both the winter and the warmer months. As a result, it has some predator protection throughout the seasons. In the winter, an Arctic fox's natural white coat is thick enough to keep it warm when temperatures drop below freezing. In the spring and summer, the fox's brownish-gray coat lightens to let it to live comfortably in the warmer temperatures. Consider it in the same manner that you would transition from winter to summer attire. 6. White kangaroo. If you ever encounter a white kangaroo, you've witnessed one of nature's most unusual spectacles. Most kangaroos, as you may know, have brownish-gray fur. A white kangaroo is not born white. Scientists believe their white fur is linked to a disorder known as leucism. Leucism is not the same as albinism. While albino animals have white fur and red eyes, a leucism animal has white fur and dark eyes. White kangaroos in zoos have a longer lifespan than white kangaroos in the wild, as one might imagine. Although a white kangaroo lives among a crowd of other kangaroos, predators can easily recognize these snow-white animals. Unfortunately, they cannot blend in with their surroundings like their brownish-gray cousins. 7. A white Great Dane. Another albino animal on this list is the white Great Dane. Great Danes have fur coat hues such as brindle, fawn, black, and silver, among others. White Great Danes have a genetic abnormality that causes their fur to be white and their eyes to be bright blue. A few bright patches can be found on the coats of some white Great Danes. Unfortunately, white Great Danes' genetic mutation causes the majority of them to be born deaf. Adopters of white Great Danes should be prepared to provide extra instruction and attention owing to the dog's deafness. Despite their appearance, these canines have the same gentle, friendly disposition as the typical Great Dane. 8. Albino peacock cichlids. The name albino peacock cichlid appears to be ambiguous. Though it bears the name peacock, the name albino is more descriptive of its look. This fish is entirely white with crimson eyes due to a genetic abnormality. These 6-inch-long fish reside in warm water lakes in eastern Africa. Not unexpectedly, these bright fish are constantly threatened by predators, and albino peacock cichlid has a terrible time hiding. Many fish keepers keep albino peacock cichlids in their aquariums. They are quite friendly with various species of fish, despite not having colorful scales like other cichlids. These white creatures can provide a nice contrast to an aquarium filled of brilliantly colored fish. 9. Albino alligators. An alligator does not appear to belong on a list of snow-white creatures. Alligators, right? They have dark green scales and brown eyes. Most of the time, this is correct. The albino alligator, on the other hand, is a fascinating exception. An albino alligator has a genetic abnormality that causes its skin to be devoid of pigment or color. As a result, these alligators are wholly white with pale pink eyes. This alligator appears to have the same level of vision as its green relatives, yet it has a disadvantage. It cannot blend in with its surroundings due to its dazzling white skin. As a result, it is vulnerable to predators. Furthermore, its fair skin puts it at risk of sunburn if it spends too much time in the sun. Alligators have chilly blood and must bask in the sun for a specific length of time to reheat their bodies. 10. Albino rabbit. You've probably seen a number of rabbits with white fur mixed in with their other colors. So what distinguishes an albino rabbit? An albino rabbit must have full white fur as well as red eyes. A hereditary mutation produces albino rabbits' aberrant coloring. This appears as a solid coat of dazzling white fur with red eyes. This genetic mutation can occur in any breed of rabbit. Albino rabbits, like other types of rabbits, make excellent pets. When caring for an albino rabbit, however, several specific measures must be made. Their white fur, for example, makes them more sensitive to heat and sunlight. Furthermore, this rabbit's vision may not be as acute as rabbits with dark eyes. As a result, their outdoor exercise and other behaviors must be closely regulated than those of other varieties of rabbits. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content about our furry friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.